What I get about the rule, don't do any foul. Obey my command is important. When I say stop, you stop. When I say break, you 1 full step back. And protect yourself, okay? Good luck.
Welcome to Boxing Action live from Macau, China. We are at the Cotai Arena inside the Venetian Hotel, where later tonight the two-time Olympic gold medalist Zhou Shiming will fight his second professional fight against Jesus Ortega. This is Rich Murata, happy to be calling the action live for you all over the world of this undercard on TopRank.com. It's Fists of Gold 2, and you are watching our opening bout. Dave Peñalosa in the black trunks against Ngatawa Sitsaitong, and he is in the yellow. Peñalosa 6-0 out of Cebu City, the Philippines. Sitsaitong 10-10-1 from Bangkok, Thailand. This is a super bantamweight fight. It is scheduled for 6 rounds. The referee is Sawaking Tawakun, also from Thailand. Peñalosa, very impressive in the first Fists of Gold card that was held here in April, and he scored a second round knockout in that fight, and he comes out heavily favored in this one. He's an undefeated 6-0 fighter so far. He is possessed of very good power, good speed of hand, and comes from the fighting and famous Peñalosa family. And immediately gets to work, and as you can see that Sitsaitong is going to have some problems dealing with the height and reach advantage that Peñalosa brings into the ring. Peñalosa has a number of fighters named Sitsaitong as his opponent, so because they adopt in Thailand, they adopt the name of the gymnasiums as their last names actually. So in Ngatawa here, in fact, Sitsaitong was the name of the last victim of Peñalosa. I remember a few years ago a number of fighters sporting the 3K battery name. That was not actually their name, but the name of their gym. Sitsaitong lunging forward to try to get to Peñalosa. And now Dave immediately gets to work now with that left jab. Not only was Peñalosa's dad a former world champion, but he's got his brother, Dodi Boy, who's also a professional fighter. As you can see, fighting out of the southpaw stance, quick-handed fighter, good power. Taking to the body nicely. Again, and there you see Sitsaitong a little bit wild, trying to figure out a way without just lunging forward of getting to Peñalosa, but Peñalosa staying on the outside. There's that good jab. Snapping it out there, and he's got Sitsaitong spending so much time defending himself against that jab, just putting his hands up, that Sitsaitong is not throwing any punches. Takes the jab and a good dig to the body, end of round 1. Taking a look at the arena here, and there's Ngatawa Sitsaitong. Across the way, the Peñalosa corner, and you can see leaning in from the outside the very famous Miguel Diaz, who has traveled here from Las Vegas. Peñalosa family well represented. Round 2 scheduled for 6.
Box.
Super bantamweight fight. David Peñalosa in the black trunks, 6-0. And Sitsaitong bringing a record of 10-10-1 into the ring, so far more experience as a professional, but facing obvious physical disadvantages in this one. We are at the Cotai Arena, Fist of Gold 2. First Fist of Gold back in April, and finally get a rise out of the crowd with that. Sitsaitong a little bit flummoxed here with the way to attack. I'm joined here at our announce table by Christina Poncher, who you enjoy a lot actually on the TopRank.com website. Also streaming live events such as yesterday's weigh-in and press conference today for Manny Pacquiao and Brandon Rios. Christina, this is the second Fist of Gold. You were here for the first one a few months back. Any comparison that you can give us in the week leading up to these fights?
I think the people here in Macau and people have come over to Hong Kong really have a better idea this time around about what we're trying to do all week long with our events in terms of the grand arrivals and the weigh-ins that were open to the public, and a much better turnout this time around,
Really?
Rich, than the first time. Definitely. They seem to be a lot more excited this time around and know more of what to expect.
Well, and they've got a lot more to expect too, because coming up in November will be the clash at Cotai with Manny Pacquiao and Brandon Rios. It was a fun press conference today.
Absolutely. Brandon Rios in rare form from a different way, a little speechless, a little today he said it kind of hit him for the first time that he's about to fight Manny Pacquiao and have his first pay-per-view of his career, so a big moment for him.
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear Brandon Rios say I'm nervous.
Exactly, that's why I said rare form, but in a different way, Rich.
And here we got Penalosa digging a nice left hand, again catching Sitsaitong on the way in. And opening up with combinations now. The last fight that Peñalosa had here, he scored a second round knockout. I mentioned also with a fighter who went by the last name of Sitsaitong, but it was Cheronachai. Now the crowd sensing something here. Peñalosa flashing out that jab. It's all David so far. Looking to bring his record to 7-0 out of Cebu in the Philippines, end of round 2. Taking kind of a leisurely stroll back to his corner is Dave Peñalosa. Let's take a look at some of the second round action. Sitsaitong tends to close his eyes, it almost looks like. And as you can see, Peñalosa just keeping him on the tail end of his punches. Sitsaitong at times tries to lunge at him, but he has had very little success, getting marked up a little bit underneath his left eye. Going to be a good crowd here. I think they've scaled the arena for about 7,500 seats this time. The lower bowl is what is open, and of course the entire arena will be open for Manny Pacquiao, Brandon Rios in November. That would open it up to probably about 15,000 seats. And Sitsaitong's got a real problem. That jab of Peñalosa, which just seems to stop him in his tracks so that he can't get anything unfurled offensively. Nice combination going to the body. Peñalosa likes to dig to the body as well, and does a good job there getting underneath the counter attempt of Sitsaitong. That is a slip, and actually was pushed down. It is tough to, he ran right into that one, and there's the first knockdown of the fight, and this one will draw a count. That's a real knockdown, and Sitsaitong having trouble regaining his legs, trying to take the mandatory 8 count. That's going to get up. No, that's it. Fight is over. Third round. And Dave Peñalosa is a kid who is definitely to be reckoned with. It's in the genes in his family. There's no question about it, and he looked very good. You see Dad coming in from the outside. Peñalosa is going to be very popular, I think. Has a variety of punches. good power, now with a record of 7 victories and no defeats, 5 KOs to his record. Let's take a look at it. He dominated all the way. There's that uppercut. That second one wasn't even needed. First one put him down, finished him off. There's the punch that mattered. A little window dressing at the end, but Si Tong struggled to regain his balance. I think he wanted to get up, tried to get up, then decided, I'll take this mandatory 8, and he could not get up. The referee stops the fight. Lupe Contreras now with the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tawi Kun reaches a count of 10 with an official time of 45 seconds of round number 3. Damas y caballeros, el referee Tawi Kun completa el conteo de 10 con un tiempo oficial de 45 segundos del tercer episodio. El vencedor por knockout, your winner by way of knockout, from Cebu City, the Philippines, Dave